O.D.B. to me was always the nucleus to our family, you know what I mean? He was the nucleus to the movement we created. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, RZA did ignite the Wu Tang story and make it interesting, but Dirty was RZA's battery. Dirty was, you know, Dirty was always outspoken. Dirty loved hip hop. He would love to take RZA all over Brooklyn because, you know, RZA was in Staten Island, so he would come and scoop RZA up and take him all through Brooklyn. They'd be on the train, you know, whether they in Macy's, robbing, stealing, boosting, you know, this is all the stuff that we used to do, but Dirty was in love with hip hop, crazy back then, especially when the early 80s, when 87, 88, when, you know, Biz and all them was up in there and they was doing their thing, the Vapors and all of that. Biz was kind of crazy in his own little way. So Dirty kind of felt like not only him being a rapper, he was the rap professor, a beatbox nigga. So, you know, he would be doing a lot of beatboxing and RZA had rhymes, but he was a DJ. You see what I'm saying? These cats was dealing with multiple things as far as being in the music business, you know what I mean? They had multiple talents. Dirty, like I said, he was the one that actually was the cheerleader, the mascot. Then he became the general. Then he became the psychologist to us, you know what I mean? To really keep us motivated and, you know, let us know who we are and don't forget. It's like he was a father to niggas, you know what I mean? He was goofy. He would make us step into a place super confident about what we are. Like, he been knew we was Wu Tang rocks the world. Like, you know, that was always his attitude, and that was, to me, the battery that we needed to get to the next level. It's many memorable stories that I got of O.D.B. You know, like I said, that brother right there is just amazing within itself, you know. One story we had was we all was, you know, because even when we was on the road, we was still fucking around, smoking dust and all that shit. Like, you know, some dudes still had habits that was just habits because we was associated with that kind of crowd of niggas, you know what I mean? Like I said, for every Wu-Tang member, he has his own entourage. That's why we was always so deep. You know what I mean? Because you got 9 brothers and you may know 10 dudes and you may know 8 and you may know 6. You may be with the normal 3 that you with. He come with 12. You know what I mean? That's 60 niggas right there. So everybody had an audience of dudes they ran with. And at that time, we was around RZA's crew of dudes. And you know, these niggas is just hooded out, whatever, whatever. So one night we was all in we was in the room, smoking dust, you know what I mean? Just boom, 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 you know what I mean? You know, dust is like that embalming fluid, you know what I mean? So boom, you know, we in there blowing. Why me, Dirty, RZA, a couple other brothers from the hood, I think we wound up doing like 900 push-ups that day. You know what I mean? A piece, like we all just was getting on the floor, like just getting it in. Some niggas was doing like, was that 1,200? You know, we smoking dust, amped up, like, yeah, yeah, come on. You know what I mean? I think Dirty did about like 1,100 that night. You know what I mean? I did about 950. You know what I mean? I ain't remind you, I ain't never did that many push-ups in my life. I did so many push-ups that goddamn day that I wasn't even dusted no more. I wiped that shit right out my body. Like, you know how you can feel it coming? Well, I don't know, y'all never smoked dust before, but you know what I'm saying? It's like we wiped all that shit out of our body, like that shit just leaked out of nigga pores, and I was sober after that. Like, damn, that was some shit. But Dirty, he's an amazing individual, man. That's one of the memories I can remember, because he was the one that was definitely amping everybody up. Like, hey, get it in, that's 20, that's 40, that's 90. He's like, word? Yeah, I jump on, next nigga jump on, when everybody's counting their numbers loud. Yeah. We did like I did like 970 that night. I was good. It was a moment, man. You know what I mean? Everything is about the mind. Where you take it at in the mind. See, dudes around my way, when they was smoking that shit, it was all about mastering it, controlling it, not letting it control you. You know what I mean? And that's what made the drug so ill to us, because we wanted you to think that we wasn't high when we was flusty. You know what I'm saying? I stopped smoking dust a long time ago, but that high right there, you don't want that high. You don't want that one, because that one is like being drunk and smoking 1,500 bags of kush, good, fresh kush. Just imagine doing all that at one time and drinking like 100 bottles of Hennessy. all at one time. Walking up the street, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wanted to control their high. Word.
My dad's like, you know, police pull you aside, take that bass out of your voice, always call him sir, because what that dude is trying to do is get home safe to his family. He about nervous as hell pulling you over.
I heard people talking about that verse before I heard it. And they was like, man, this new tribe, Fife, he coming, dude. Like, oh my God. Like, fools was like amazed, actually. Like, it was the dopest verse they ever heard.
You know, one of the original names I think we had was like Angels with Dirty Faces. We had all these different names, and Hank was just like, nah, you're the young black teenagers. And we were like, what? And your first record's gonna be Proud to Be Black was our first song.
I think some of that music is pretty harmful. Some of that hip hop music, strip clubbish sounding, trap. I think it's harmful to kids, man. I don't think it's good for youngins. You know what I'm saying? I think the hip hop that we did in the 90s, that we continue to do now, today, relevant and all of that, is the way to go.